Hi everybody, John Runyon. I'm making my cameo appearance on Blue Fathoms Television. As you know, I'm not going to always be the one in front of the camera. I'm the one that's usually behind the camera. I want beautiful young ladies like Amy Warren here to be on the front of the camera. And you know, I've known Amy, well, let me go back a little bit. I've known of Amy for a long, long time. In fact, I knew Amy when she first wrote her book, and that's all about scuba diving in Cuba. Now, you've heard all kinds of information and how we're able to start going to Cuba. Amy is going to tell us how her company is able to bring American divers and American tourists right into Cuba and have a great time and then bring them home safe and sound, which obviously is the goal here. So without further ado, let me bring in Amy Warren. And I'm sorry, I'm just knocking everything over here, but we're going to keep on going. But let me bring in Amy. And Amy, I've known of you, and we got introduced in the late 90s. And let's kind of bring us forward of where you've been for 16 years.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Well, as you know, when we met, we'd written the first book here, the first edition of Cuba Scuba, which we had dived all around the island.
Yes.
Over the last 18 years, we've gone back and forth and done a lot of diving. We've helped some photographers and friends discover diving in Cuba, and now we actually, our company allows any American diver who wants to go to Cuba, they can dive legally now.
Okay. Well, that's a great start, and I would be remiss if I didn't say that I saw Amy yesterday and I said, oh, I've got your book and I'm going to bring it in and get your autograph. And then I brought it in today and I opened up the book and I already had her autograph. So,
that's funny.
So
I wonder what I said way back when.
You know, so never mind. We'll leave that alone. But so let's talk about where you're going in Cuba now. Where are we going?
Yeah, so basically what divers are doing is they're helping us update the second edition of this book. We offer packages to 3 different areas in Cuba, the best diving in Cuba. The first one is Cayo Largo, so you fly right in. It's wall diving like the Cayman Islands 30 years ago. You're like, excuse me, pardon me, fish. You're just in clouds of fish. It's very abundant, fabulous wall diving. The second option that we offer is Maria La Gorda. And what's so cool about that is you really get to dig into the culture in Havana. You have a weekend in Havana, the music, the culture, and then you get 10 dives off the coast of the western point of Cuba, which is really great wall diving and grouper. Just a really nice secluded beach resort, jungle bungalow sort of deal. Okay.
And our third place?
And the third place is you fly into Havana and you take this trek on down to Jardines de la Reina. And Jardines is really the best of the best. You're actually diving from a liveaboard. You've got silky sharks all around you, 30 to 40 silky sharks. You've got Caribbean reef sharks. You've got groupers that are like 600 pounds. They follow you around like a dog. You have juvenile crocodiles that you can slip into the water and take photographs of. They're not aggressive. So this is really like your big animals, your big quantity of marine life. It's you and nature out there together. And then in our package, we also package in a week of Havana as well, because we feel like you get the best above and below in Cuba.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been to Havana several times, and I've been in Cuba several times, and the culture, the architecture, the old cars, it's just an incredible experience that you just don't get to see anywhere else. It's like you come out of the airport and you're transported back to the 1950s, and that in just of itself is just such a unique experience. So let's go back just a little bit, and you have these licenses to allow us to go into Cuba. How is a normal diver going to be able to get into Cuba legally and come home legally? Kind of talk about what your company is doing.
Right, that's a great question. So what we do is, you can't, obviously, you know, you can't go to tourism, you can't go to Cuba for tourism, you can't go for pursuing a hobby. So what we offer is professional research. you're going to be taking photos or writing your review or opinion on some of the things that you encounter in Cuba. You give that to us, and that actually goes towards our second edition of our book. You get credit, you get published in it. And for doing that, we actually prepare a full letter of assignment. It has a picture of the book, the IBSN number, and we find out from each diver, what is your background, you know, how long you've been diving, where have you dived, any other skills, and we customize that letter of assignment so that when you come through customs and the custom agent says, oh, tell me about your purpose in Cuba, what were you doing? You pull out your full dossier that we've given you, and you say, I was there for professional research, 515564, and here's all my information. And as the customs agent is leafing through it, and he's saying, oh, and so how long have you been a diver? You just speak how you normally would honestly answer the questions, because all of that is already in your official letter of assignment. We give you a full copy of the OFAC regulations, and we highlight again the license you're traveling under, so that there's no questions with the customs officer. It allows you to bring back $100 worth of Cuban cigars or rum, and it's just a phenomenal way to go.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry. After the word rum, I kind of blanked out.
Did I lose you
yes,
on it? Yeah, I know.
100 cigars and some rum.
$100 worth.
Oh, $100.
Yeah.
That's not 100
it's
cigars.
It's not going to bring you a lot of cigars, but it'll still be a couple of them. Yeah.
So we can go, we can dive, we can have a cultural experience that's probably something that most people will not be able to talk about because they've never had this kind of an experience before. And we can do this through Scuba Cuba.
CubaScuba.tours.
All right. I'm glad that she corrected me, so we got it right here. Cuba, Scuba, Scuba, Cuba. How do we get a hold of you?
So go to www.cubascuba.tours. All of our information is there. You can see videos of the diving and the spots, and you can book there if you're ready to go, and we'll get all your paperwork together and send you down to Cuba.
Now, if I'm a really impatient guy, can I call you?
You have no patience?
I have no patience.
Are you asking for my phone number?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Yes, honey, this is for a non-personal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is there a phone number that we can reach you at?
Yeah, absolutely. Should I give that here, or it's on the website as well?
Excellent. So we can see you there.
You can get everything there.
All right.
Yep.
Well, listen, I've been to Cuba, and I know what it's like. And I can't wait to go back. And in fact, I've already talked to a couple videographers of mine, and we're already trying to gear up to go back to Cuba because I know what it's like. And obviously, I'm going to go with Amy because I know she's been there. I know her, and I trust her. But I want you to check out her dive location on the web, see all the pictures, see everything. And obviously, we've got a book, and we've got a first printing out. I've got an autographed copy. Where can we get this book? Tell us where we can get the book.
The first edition,
yeah, well,
there's only a few copies left. I've seen it on Amazon, but we're sold out. That's part of the reason why we're doing the second edition here. So you'll be, if you guys come with us, you will be in the second edition, photo credit or authorship credit.
Well, then obviously, guys and gals, you want a photo and written credit into the second edition of the book. So why don't you come on, let's go to Cuba. Anyway, I'm John Runyon, and I really want to thank you, Amy, for coming on board and talking to us today. We kind of did this on the fly, but it was really exciting to see you again, and I'm certainly going to try not to lose you for 16 years again.
It's a pleasure to reconnect with you.
Thank you
so much.
So, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and we're rolling down to the end of Our World Underwater 2016. But it's going to come back next year, and we hope you come out and see it. And for Blue Fathoms Television, I'm John Runyon. Remember, I'm only on a cameo appearance, but you have a great day, and stop by bluefathomstv.net, and we'll see you there. Take care.